Welcome to the Perspectives of the Bible. If you cherish our discussions and insights, why not show your support? Subscribe, like, and activate notifications to stay updated. Today, we're embarking on a profound and enlightening exploration of one of the most transformative teachings from Jesus, turning the other cheek. This directive, found in Matthew 5:39, states, "But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also." At first glance, this teaching may seem like an invitation to embrace passivity in the face of aggression. However, as we dive deeper into the rich context surrounding these words, we uncover a powerful principle that challenges our reactions to provocation. To truly grasp the full weight of this declaration, immersing ourselves in the historical and cultural landscape of first-century Judea is essential. During this era, the Jewish community grappled with the oppressive realities of Roman occupation's systematic oppression, indignities, and a strong longing for justice defined daily life. The prevailing ethos often revolved around the wisdom of an eye for an eye. Yet, in stark contrast to this retaliatory mindset, Jesus, in his infinite wisdom, boldly challenged the status quo. He introduced a revolutionary understanding of strength that emphasized nonviolence, love, forgiveness, and a radical redefinition of human dignity. His teaching is not simply about enduring blows or allowing oneself to be victimized. Rather, it urges individuals to cultivate an inner strength that encourages a graceful and constructive response to perceived injustices. This concept of turning the other cheek transcends the realm of mere physical altercation. It deeply explores our emotional and spiritual frameworks. This compelling directive compels us to examine our instinctual impulses toward retaliation. While human nature often drives us to react defensively, extensive research corroborates the idea that kindness can effectively dissolve tension. For example, a pivotal study published in the Journal of Conflict Resolution reveals that utilizing non-defensive responses often leads to more constructive outcomes during conflicts. These insights furnish us with practical tools that can be used in everyday interactions, whether in personal relationships, family discussions, or professional environments. Moreover, the act of turning the other cheek symbolizes profound resilience, inviting us to reflect on our approach to conflict, a journey that deepens our understanding of human interaction. By embodying humility and understanding, we can shift the dynamics of conflict. Though retaliation may be perceived as a pursuit of justice, it perpetuates cycles of bitterness and animosity. In contrast, choosing to respond with grace disrupts these cycles and paves pathways toward reconciliation, healing, and renewed connections. Interestingly, embracing this principle can resemble an exercise in emotional self-defense. By consciously rising above negativity, we actively safeguard our inner tranquility, nurturing healing, unity, and a spirit of reconciliation instead of division. Psychological insights support this notion, as highlighted in Psychology Today, which emphasizes the myriad benefits of embracing forgiveness. Studies show that individuals who practice forgiveness experience significant improvements in mental health and relationships. Imagine how profound it is to become not just a receiver of grace, but a distributor of it, a harbinger of peace in a turbulent world. As we strive to embody the essence of Jesus' message promoting love and peace, it's critical to remember that submission does not equate to weakness. Instead, it embodies a profound act of courage, extending love and understanding even amid conflict. Let's delve deeper into actionable steps that can transform this impactful teaching into daily practice, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. Consider how we might approach our everyday interactions with a lens of understanding and empathy. What if each time we felt slighted, we paused to reflect on the possible motivations behind someone's hurtful actions? This reflective practice invites us to see beyond the surface and recognize the complexities of human behavior, acknowledging that everyone carries their burdens, fears, and insecurities. In our in-depth journey today, we'll uncover practical insights into implementing this teaching, creating a life where turning the other cheek becomes an integral part of our everyday responses and decisions. To truly grasp the intent behind Jesus' message of turning the other cheek, we must scrutinize the societal dynamics of his time. In first-century Judea, a slap on the cheek represented much more than a mere physical assault. It was a serious affront to social standing, imbued with implications about honor and personal dignity. When Jesus advocates for turning the other cheek, he is not merely advising acquiescence. Rather, he is redefining bravery as a continuation of the cycle of revenge, but as a radical resistance that seeks to halt violence and promote compassion. Matthew 5:39 reads, "But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also." Here, we witness a profound departure from the prevailing ethos of retributive justice. Jesus calls us to cultivate forgiveness, dismantling the relentless cycles of animosity that ensnare individuals in perpetual conflict and bitterness. Imagine a scenario at work where a colleague publicly undermines your efforts during a meeting. The instinct may be to retaliate with gossip or passive-aggressive comments. Yet, embracing the principle of turning the other cheek invites us to respond with respect, dignity, and integrity. Instead, why not initiate a constructive private conversation? This thoughtful approach not only diffuses escalating tensions, but also demonstrates emotional maturity while setting a precedent for constructive engagement in the workplace. This teaching encourages a reassessment of our typical responses in moments of adversity. When someone wrongs us, whether personally or professionally, how can we substitute anger with empathy? Turning the other cheek nudges us toward transformative dialogues. When others hurt us, can we dedicate time to understand their motivations or struggles? Recognizing that many individuals act out of their discomfort doesn't excuse their behaviors. Rather, it redirects our energy towards reconciliation and understanding. It's paramount to dispel the common misconception that turning the other cheek signifies weakness or submission. On the contrary, this response demands immense inner strength, resilience, and considerable self-control. Embracing vulnerability often means facing potential misunderstandings or further sources of pain. Remember, Jesus exemplified this principle, modeling unwavering love through forgiveness and compassion even amid extreme suffering. Consider the transformative potential of implementing this principle in your personal relationships. When conflicts arise, approaching these situations with a commitment to understanding the other person's perspective fosters healing rather than exacerbating existing rifts. Ultimately, embodying the act of turning the other cheek lays the groundwork for nurturing a life steeped in peace and unconditional love. Adopting this approach can spur transformative shifts in our hearts, inspiring those around us to discover the incredible power of kindness, empathy, and understanding. Remember, Matthew 5:9 states, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." By choosing compassion in our daily interactions, we invite Christ's love into our encounters, creating ripples of warmth that can profoundly impact our communities, families, and friendships, making spaces for healing and growth. As we engage more deeply with this message, we catalyze a movement making kindness the default response, cultivating environments where understanding triumphs over resentment. Imagine the difference we could create if we practice this teaching in every aspect of our daily lives, from home and work to public interactions. To fully comprehend the profound nature of turning the other cheek, we must immerse ourselves in the cultural and historical context that birthed this vital teaching. Nestled within the rich tapestry of the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5:39 heralds a pivotal and groundbreaking call for active engagement with conflict, not merely submitting to it, but responding to a society entrenched in retributive justice with unwavering love and understanding. The act of turning the other cheek transforms a potentially degrading confrontation into a valuable opportunity for dialogue and introspection. Jesus encourages responses that reflect moral heroism, compelling us to rethink our collective ethics, pushing beyond superficial notions of right and wrong to embrace forgiveness and genuine accountability. This principle has far-reaching implications that extend beyond physical confrontations. It speaks to the verbal and emotional transgressions we encounter daily. When faced with harsh remarks or belittling comments, responding with gentleness not only promotes a peaceful environment, but also radiates the transformative love of Christ in our interactions. For instance, imagine navigating contentious workplace dynamics or resolving disputes within personal relationships. Calmly confronting hurtful actions creates a constructive foundation for genuine resolution rather than fostering division. Furthermore, Jesus' directive serves as a proactive strategy for managing life's inevitable challenges. Instead of allowing resentment and anger to fester, we can consciously nurture attitudes of forgiveness and love. Holding on to grudges not only weighs heavily on our hearts, but also negatively impacts our overall well-being. Conversely, willingly releasing these burdens invites a liberating peace that envelops our lives and uplifts our spirits. Everyday manifestations of turning the other cheek can occur through simple acts of understanding or gratitude in the face of adversity. When faced with conflict, responding with grace is not solely an act of obedience to Christ's teachings. It is also an opportunity to create a ripple effect of kindness throughout our communities. By embodying these compassionate responses, we validate our faith and invite others to embark on their transformative journeys. Picture the profound chain reaction of empathy and kindness that could resonate through our relationships and communities. In summary, embracing and living out the principle of turning the other cheek signals a rejection of defeatism and the notion of weakness. It affirms that true strength resides in our capacity for grace and the pursuit of reconciliation. This empowered choice not only fortifies our own dignity, but simultaneously extends warmth and kindness to others. This principle stands as a testament to living out Christian teachings amid turbulent times, marking our commitment to compassion and understanding. As you step into another day, consider how your smallest interactions can exemplify this teaching. Every moment offers a chance to choose grace over anger, understanding over judgment, and love over resistance. Let us harness the transformative potential of turning the other cheek, leaving lasting impressions of love and understanding in the world we inhabit.